Hey guys, welcome back to another video from White Nova Comics. First of all, thank you for watching, and this video is slightly different to my previous videos. It is my first competition entry for Amazing Murfinator 1028. I've been watching this guy for sort of about the last 3 or 4 weeks. Buddy, doing great work, love your videos, and thank you for your competition. It's your 125 subscribers. Awesome job, man. Yeah, I know you're up to over 180 now, and you've only been doing videos for sort of 3 months or so. Yeah, so yeah, awesome work. Yeah, keep up the great work. So, without further ado, these are my top 10 covers for the books that I currently own. So, first up is Guardians of the Galaxy number 0.1. The reason this is in my top 10, it is one of the first books I picked up on with my first trip to the comic book shop. It means a lot to me because of that, because I know it was one of the first books I picked up on my first trip. So yeah, that's book number 1. On to book number 2, and these aren't in any order. Yeah, these aren't sort of from sort of number 10 down. But it's Guardians of the Galaxy number 1, and it is the Deadpool variant. It's the first variant book that I got, and I just love the fact that, you know, Deadpool sort of on the front here steals the show. He's on his phone, and sort of all the Guardians in the background kind of slip into the background. But yeah, I love that about this cover. So yeah, one of my, my first variant that I picked up, and it's still to date one of my favourite covers. So moving on, this is actually 2 books, and but they are adjoining covers. So we have the Amazing Spider-Man number 1 and the Superior Spider-Man number 31. So this is obviously where it crossed back over from the Superior Spider-Man back to the Amazing Spider-Man. And yeah, you know, I think that while some of these covers can be quite gimmicky, I think this one really works because it's kind of the baton being handed back to Peter Parker as the Amazing Spider-Man. Certainly, the Amazing Spider-Man number 1, that cover, you know, just the pose that he's pulling there, pulling himself across on the web is pretty awesome. So yeah. While it's a dual cover across 2 books, I still think it was worth getting into my top 10. So moving on, we've got another Amazing Spider-Man, and it is Amazing Spider-Man number 533. This one, I must say, will probably always be in my top 10, or certainly top 15 covers, because I think it encompasses everything that was great about Civil War. You know, you've got Spidey on the front there, getting ready to reveal his identity, and at that moment in time, yeah, he was still on Iron Man's side, so you kind of got him in the background, backing him up there. But yeah, I just think that cover tells the story all on one page about, you know, the turning point in the Civil War storyline. So that is the reason that is part of my top 10 covers. Next one, last of the Spider-Man covers, it is Spider-Man number 1. Yeah, the silver variant. This book, it does mean a lot to me because it's all the way from the Secret Stash, that where the Comic Book Men TV show is filmed. And yeah, again, for me, when you see Spidey in those kind of, when he's drawn in that way, you know, in that stance, in that pose, kind of it encompasses everything that I like about Spider-Man. While he's sort of entangled in his own webs there, I just think, you know, it really tells you what Spider-Man's all about, what the character's all about. And to me, yeah, again, it's definitely one of my favourite covers, and it just maybe a few nostalgic reasons, because it is from the stash, and you know, to own a book that's come from there for me, obviously living in the UK, is quite a big deal. So yeah, that was the last of the Spider-Man books. My next book goes into my top 10. Is a recent Hayley Quinn, number 21, and it's a take on the Shining. I just love the face that she's got here. The eyes look so menacing. I think they've really replicated well the famous scene, you know, and I really do think it's done it justice. Great fun cover. As I say, love the eyes, really menacing look, the smile. Yeah, I think they've really sort of captured it all there. My next one, probably in a lot of people's top 10, is the Batman, The Killing Joke. Let me just move the camera back a bit so you can see the whole thing. There you go. Yeah, Batman, Killing Joke. I don't think you need to say too much about this. It speaks for itself. It's one of the most iconic comic book covers, certainly from DC. And I am over the moon that this bad boy's in my collection. Next up is The Death of Wolverine, issue number 4. So again, for me, you know, Marvel don't do too many sort of glossy covers where sort of it's a bit more common with DC. And this book where, you know, Death is effectively carrying him, you know, the Wolverine that for so many years have been so indestructible, and yeah, his rejuvenation skills. But this story, this kind of picture captures it all. So yeah, The Death of Wolverine, number 4 of 4. Next up is WitchBlade. It's a London Super Comic Con variant cover. This one was ordered for me by my wife, and again, I think that's probably why it's in my top 10. A bit of nostalgia reason there, but she got me the tickets to con, and she pre-ordered this for me as well to collect. So, you know, I don't think there's too many covers more British than that right there, with the Union Jack and the United Kingdom that she's standing on there. So, for a number of reasons, that one is in my top 10. 2 more books to go, guys. First one is Aquaman number 21, and for me here, the fact that it's so simple, you know, there's nothing really going on here, speaks volumes. I love the fact that there is nothing else to focus on apart from Aquaman here. Sometimes the simplest things can be the most effective, and that right there is the reason why that is also in my top 10. Now, one more book. It's again another variant. It is an Infinity and Beyond variant of Secret Wars number 1. Secret Wars being one of the biggest event in Marvel's history, and you know, Spider-Man being my favourite character, to have him on his knees, sort of there with the tombstone of the Marvel universe, 1961 to 2015. You know, I saw that online and straight away I just had to buy that cover. Absolutely love it. Amazing cover. I think it really tells where Marvel, yeah, in years to come, I'll always be able to look back on that cover and know when Marvel decided that they were going to completely change their existing universe that they had established over sort of 50 plus years to the all new, all different. So yeah, guys, thank you for watching. They are my top 10 books. Please, you know, if you haven't done an entry, you know, I pledge you to submit your entry. He's a great guy, great comic book channel. Yeah, all the comments I read of his are really good. I'll put a link into the description below, buddy. Keep up the great work. So again, that's it. Amazing Murfinator 1028. Keep up the great work, buddy. And good luck on getting 200 plus subscribers. Cheers, guys. Catch you soon.